This is the mini coffee machine by Tastyle. So you've got a very small footprint. You've got a nice handle here. You also have a water marking scale at the back where the water goes in and where you put your pod in. This is, I believe, a 16-ounce mug, maybe 14, but that fits perfectly. So I haven't really had any issues. I've also got this coffee mug that also fits perfectly. So that's good. It does have good amount of space for that. So you can use ground coffee or pods. You basically just lift this open and put it in there, and then your water will go in there. Of course, the amount of water you put is the amount of water that will brew. So it's not like you could fill up a reservoir and it'll keep going until it depletes. You've got the whole the thing to puncture your coffee pod. So basically, I've been testing it with how much ground coffee I would need. I did have about 3/4 yesterday. I found it too strong for me. I ground it coarse. This is a little bit finer than I did yesterday. So you just kind of clip that. So if you didn't use ground coffee, you would just put your pod right in there. I believe I haven't tried that as yet. So you close that, and then in here you're gonna put water. I usually use the mug, as it just gives you the right amount. But here I'm just gonna fill it up. It's just less than 500 ml, and you won't be able to go more than that. But there we go. We're at 12 ounces is what I put in there. And there's just a 1-button operation. It doesn't take too long to heat up. Sometimes it does give you a slow brew, meaning that it just kind of trickles out. It does do the infusion in the beginning to bloom the grounds, which is interesting. It's not too loud either. There's no other function like setting timers or anything like that, but I find that when it doesn't take long to do anyways, you could keep your coffee pre-ground or by ground to make it easier. And of course, if you're using a pod, there's no time really. The handle's nice to make it portable if you did need to move it around. It does get plugged in with a 2-prong plug. As you can see, the coffee is coming out. That's the infusion part at the beginning where it does bloom. So I did do a temperature setting, and if you do 2-3 cups in a row, it does get hotter, but I was seeing it range around 182 degrees Fahrenheit. So not super hot. Some do get up to 200, which I do prefer. But for the value of this coffee machine, it's not bad at all.
This is the Tastyle mini coffee maker. It comes with a ground coffee filter, and then it comes with a capsule holder. And at the bottom, it might be hard to see, there is a needle inside that pops your capsule. So it also comes with a little warranty card, and it comes with a user manual. What I like to do is I like to just take regular ground coffee, and the way I do it is I use a fork because that always tastes the best for me. So I'm just going to take a forkful, and whatever I can get on my fork goes in here, and that's it. Now on the side, it does have a maximum, but I never get that far because look, this is all I have in there. All right, so the next thing I do is I take my coffee cup and I fill it up with water, and exactly to the amount that I want to drink, and then just turn it over to the side. And you can see that here you've got your, it's hard to see, you've got maximum at the top, and then you've got your minimum at the bottom. I'm just going to pour this water in. All right. All I have to do now is put in my coffee at the top, pop it in place, put my cup underneath, plug it in, and then press the button at the top. Let's give it a little moment. All right, the coffee is now coming out, and I will pause this and come back when it's done. Okay, the coffee's done. It's flashing at the top to let me know that the water is empty. It says in the manual to wait until the light turns off and then remove your coffee. That way you get every last drop. And that just went off. So now I'm going to enjoy my cup of coffee. So this is the sediment that's left at the bottom. By the way, my coffee was delicious. And the reason I have sediment is because I used fine ground. It suggests in the manual to use medium or coarse, but I've got to say the coffee was so good, I'm going to continue using fine ground. When using a K-cup, you need to use the capsule holder, and there is a little needle here. This just goes in. You put your K-cup in top, and then you're just going to press until it pops into place. And then I just turn it on. Give it a few seconds to start making its little melody when it starts to prepare the coffee. And there's the coffee coming through. I'm going to pause this and show you what it looks like when it's done. So the coffee is finished. And just to show you what it looks like when you take this out, it does punch a hole at the bottom, and then it punches a hole at the top. And this is what's left in the cup. There's hardly anything. So great coffee maker.
No worries. All right, perfect. Thanks so much. Take care.
For the rest of the day, but not for period one. Period one, all the students were told to go to class, and the students did not go to class. So they were supposed to go period one. The system called me because they didn't go to class. absent, they didn't go when they didn't go to their first period, that's why. But you'll only get a call if the student does not go to class, that's the only reason, and in this case here, the student did not attend period 1. Well, the system